guys? The phenomenal AJ Styles, and you're watching BrettO Live.
What is going on, guys? BrettO Live back with another video, and today, I'm very excited to say this, a WWE Week in Review setup video. In this video, I'll be going over SmackDown and Raw in a setup style, but I will also be talking about that certain moment, promo, match, anything that happened on the show. I have the entire Raw that currently happened here, this basically 2 days ago, because I'm uploading this on a Wednesday. But yes, this is what happened 2 days ago on Monday Night Raw, and then I will also put SmackDown in this video. So without further ado, we are going to get into it. Starting backstage, here we have Elias. Elias actually was out in the streets of New York, and he kept on walking around because Elias is going to be having his performance of a lifetime at WrestleMania 35, so they're trying to build up for that, and I don't blame him. But yeah, he was roaming the streets in New York, he was playing his guitar, again, just setting up for the WrestleMania 35 performance that he's supposed to have with his guitar and everything, which is pretty interesting. Can't wait to see what they have planned over there. Moving into the arena, here we have what started off the show. Here we have Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte. I would set them up in poses with the people that they all faced, but I didn't have the people. I didn't have Ruby Riott, Sarah Logan, and Liv Morgan, the Riott Squad. So basically what happened, this is a beat the clock challenge. Ronda Rousey started off by beating Sarah Logan with a time of 1 minute and 25 seconds. Charlotte actually went up next against Ruby Riott and wasn't able to beat the time. And then Becky Lynch at the end did beat the time of 1 minute and 25 seconds, but I think it was 9 seconds. Comment down below if I'm wrong on that. I think it might have been 9 seconds. But yes, Becky Lynch ended up beating the time. Charlotte did not, so it's pretty interesting to see Becky Lynch getting some momentum up to the WrestleMania match. Of course, this is more build-up for the WrestleMania Triple Threat match, which is actually main eventing WrestleMania 35. It's the last match on the card, which is very, very interesting. Moving into the stage over here, we have Seth Rollins. He is he's tormenting Paul Heyman, which is pretty interesting right here. It's like, basically, tell the Beast, or this was another WrestleMania 35 promo build-up here with Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins. Make sure to head to WWE's YouTube channel and check out really what happened here. But Seth Rollins was basically tormenting Paul Heyman, like, yeah, you know, beat the Beast, we're gonna beat the Beast. He like tried to include the crowd in it, like, we're gonna beat the Beast, we're gonna charge into Suplex City, we're gonna win. In my opinion, I didn't really like it. I like more of like a meaner face Seth Rollins. Like, he could still be a face, but make him a little heel. Like, come on, that would be pretty freaking good, man. But yeah, I would have liked to see a Paul Heyman beatdown here in the ring, but I mean, no, here on the stage, but it didn't happen. But yeah, because Seth Rollins is a super baby face. Wish that wasn't so. But yes, that's basically what happened over there on the stage. He didn't get a hand on Paul Heyman either, if you guys are wondering. Moving up here we have Braun Strowman. This is a very fun storyline. I really enjoyed this. Oh, and at the end of this video, I will always make sure to rate the shows out of 10. 10 being the best, 1 being the worst. Stay tuned for that. Here we have Braun Strowman. He was actually cutting a promo live via satellite with Michael Shea and Colin, some people from Saturday Night Live. I didn't even know who they were. I didn't even know they existed before this storyline happened. But Braun was saying, hey guys, if you guys want to face me at WrestleMania, meet me in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal match. And then Alexa Bliss was in the ring with Braun Strowman because it was on a Moment of Bliss, and then Alexa Bliss is like, oh, I can't make that match. Never mind, I can. And then she included again Michael Shea and them in the match, which was very funny. I really enjoyed that. That was a great promo by Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman, of course, is also in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal match. Moving over here on ringside, we have another build-up to WrestleMania 35. That's what the Raws and SmackDowns are going to be like until, of course, we get to Mania 35. Here we have, it started off with a match, Sasha Banks versus Natalya. Started off with a pretty decent match, and then it got taken over by Tamina, Nia Jax, Bayley and Sasha Banks, and Beth Phoenix and Natalya. That's basically what happened. The match ended in a disqualification from, I think it was Tamina and Nia Jax, but then it was an all-out brawl with, again, Beth Phoenix and Natalya Boston Hug Connection, and Nia Jax and Tamina. So that's for sure going to be a triple threat tag team match at WrestleMania for the, I think it's, the tag team championships, the women tag team championships. So that's going to be very interesting to see Beth Phoenix back in the ring, and then with Nia Jax and Tamina, that's going to be pretty interesting. But yes, there's some more build up here on Raw. Here we have Jinder Mahal getting coup de grace by Finn Balor, and the match here was Bobby Lashley and Jinder Mahal. It was supposed to be Bobby Lashley and Leo Rush, but Leo Rush was he was not medically cleared because of Braun Strowman's attacks lately. So he was replaced by Jinder Mahal and Bobby Lashley versus Finn Balor in a 1-on-2 handicap match. If Finn Balor wins, he gets to face Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania 35 for the Intercontinental Championship. And all the odds were against Finn Balor. He had Leo Rush on ringside. He had the Singh brothers on ringside because, of course, he's facing Jinder Mahal. And then Finn Balor ended up pinning Jinder Mahal, which I really liked. I'm super glad that he didn't pin Bobby Lashley because I would have been like, oh, we're just going to see that at WrestleMania. So he pinned Jinder Mahal, which was very cool. And then, Finn Balor got his title opportunity. Bobby Lashley was very irate in the ring, so he took out the Singh brothers, which was very cool to see. So that's the WrestleMania match for the IC title, is Finn Balor versus Bobby Lashley. Very cool setup. Here we have Triple H, my awesome new fix-up Triple H right there. Look at that, baby, that's sick. Here we have Triple H right here. He is talking more trash to Batista. He's like, okay, you want your match? And this is very cool. It was just some more trash talk to Batista, beating up a 60-year-old man, all this stuff. I really enjoyed it. I love Triple H's promos. What he did, he's like, Batista sent a note to Monday Night Raw. He wasn't on the show, of course, but he sent a note to Triple H and Monday Night Raw saying, I will not be in the match, I will be in the match only if Triple H puts his in-ring career on the line. So if Triple H loses to Batista at WrestleMania 35, he will no longer have his in-ring wrestling career. He will still be like a production worker backstage, and he'll be like, everything with NXT and all that, but he won't be a wrestler anymore, which is very interesting. I love the stipulation. It's really cool there. But Batista and Triple H at WrestleMania, that's going to be freaking awesome. Here we have Baron Corbin versus Paulo Cruz. Baron Corbin ended up winning with an end of days. It's another match here on the card. I didn't really care for this match all that much because, of course, just Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews here in a match. It's just some build-up for WrestleMania 35, showing that Baron Corbin can beat a superstar going into his match against Kurt Angle, which is very interesting. So Baron Corbin ended up winning, and Kurt Angle ended up winning against Samoa Joe here with a roll-up. And this is very interesting. Samoa Joe is on Raw. He holds the U.S. title, which is on SmackDown, which is very interesting. I think they're just trying to secretly end the brand split of Raw and SmackDown. I think they're just secretly throwing in SmackDown superstars on Raw and Raw superstars on SmackDown, just secretly, so nobody really notices it, and then it just fades away slowly. But Kurt Angle ended up winning against Samoa Joe with a roll-up. He was like very surprised, and so was Samoa Joe, so was the crowd. I was surprised, and then Baron Corbin ended up winning up against Apollo Crews. Here we have Roman Reigns laid out in the center of the ring. Basically what was going on over here, Drew McIntyre was out talking trash about Roman Reigns for their match at WrestleMania 35. Very interesting what Drew McIntyre had to say. Again, head to WWE's YouTube channel to see all the promos and matches in real life. But here we have Roman Reigns laid out. Drew McIntyre did end up laying him out, even though Roman Reigns tried to come out and get the upper hand here on Drew McIntyre. It did not end up happening. Drew McIntyre laid out Roman Reigns for some more build-up for WrestleMania 35. Here we have the last match, the main event of the show, Dean Ambrose versus Drew McIntyre, yet again in a extreme, no-holds-barred, last man standing match here against Drew McIntyre and Dean Ambrose. Very cool match again. I love Drew McIntyre in no-holds-barred matches. He always comes up with something so awesome to do that we've never really seen before. It's very cool to see him in these kind of matches. And it was against Dean Ambrose. They're just totally burying Dean Ambrose before he supposedly leaves WWE. Dean Ambrose lost this match. Didn't beat the 10 count to get back to his feet, and then he actually lost the match. He also got put through a table, as you guys see right here, by Drew McIntyre, which is very interesting to see. And last thing, Almost forgot. We have Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder over here. This was actually pretty funny. They actually faced Ricochet and Aleister Black. Not for the Raw Tag Team titles. And what was funny, they lost, of course. Ricochet hit a 630 from the top rope. I think it was on Dash Wilder. Yeah, it was on Dash Wilder. Dash Wilder got pinned. And what I thought was funny, they come over by the timekeeper's area and they're like, hey, what's the ring announcer? I don't know the ring announcer's name, but he's like, hey, say we're still the Raw Tag Team champions, even though they lost the match, because it wasn't even for the Raw Tag Team titles. I thought it was pretty hysterical over there. And then the announcer was like, it's still the Raw Tag Team champions, the Revival. And it was, yeah, because they didn't even win, which was sort of funny, I thought. Okay, guys, here we have the Smackdown Live setup. You guys just saw the Raw Week in Review setup. Now we are going to get into the Smackdown setup. I really hope you guys are enjoying the new video here idea. Thanks to one of my fans, this video is possible. I will make sure to drop the name on the screen right now. But yes, thanks to that, man. You guys are seeing this brand new video. Expect these every Wednesday. But yes, now let's get into SmackDown. Here we have, the match was Kurt Angle versus AJ Styles. Not the most entertaining match because it was spoiled by Randy Orton. This was supposed to be Kurt Angle's last match here on SmackDown Live, but then Randy Orton come out of nowhere, he RKO'd AJ Styles absolutely out of nowhere, and then AJ Styles and then Kurt Angle, out of respect for AJ Styles, Angle slammed Randy Orton's, which was very cool to see, but it was kind of disappointing to me because I'm like, I wanted to see Kurt Angle versus AJ Styles in an actual match. That would have been pretty cool. But yeah, Randy Orton spoiling that there, but still pretty interesting to see. This was crazy. I just couldn't believe it. This was absolutely crazy. Charlotte Flair beat Asuka for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. This was crazy. This close to WrestleMania, and we're seeing Charlotte pick up the championship over Asuka. Asuka was kind of a boring champion in my opinion. Charlotte's going to be very cool. And Charlotte, if you guys don't know, which you guys probably all should know, Charlotte has a match at WrestleMania in a triple threat match against Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey for the Raw Women's Championship. So imagine if she won both. That would be absolutely crazy. But yeah, and what they're trying to do, because I have a feeling that Becky Lynch at WrestleMania is going to pick up the victory and get the Raw Women's Championship. So what I think is going to happen, yeah, if Becky Lynch wins, then Becky Lynch will have a title, Charlotte will have a title, and Bayley and Sasha Banks will also have a title at the exact same time. The Four Horsewomen will have titles at WrestleMania, which is absolutely crazy. Yeah, but Charlotte winning against Asuka is just absolutely crazy. Here we have a promo here. Here we have The Miz. He ended up... Okay, so here was the promo. Here we have Shane McMahon coming out. He's like, Miz, what's your problem? And all this BS stuff for WrestleMania 35. Of course, this is a more build-up for WrestleMania 35. Miz versus Shane McMahon, of course. Shane McMahon come out with a bunch of security men. He had a ton of security men and even some superstars, which was very disappointing to see Sanity out there. Because that's just... Sanity deserves more, in my opinion. But yeah, no Alexander Wolf out there, but he was out there on the show. But yeah, Miz ended up taking out literally 10 security men. As you guys can see, them scattered around. He literally took out everybody, and then he also took out Sanity. And then Shane McMahon just ended up walking away, which was very interesting. But we're going to have to see what happens at WrestleMania. That's going to be really cool to see that match. I would have never guessed last year that... this year, it would be Miz versus Shane McMahon. I would have never guessed that. Moving in to my favorite match of the night. Obviously, I think everybody's favorite match of the night. It is The New Day, Big E and Xavier Woods in a gauntlet match facing these four tag teams right in front of you right here. Oh no, these four, including Eric Rowan and Daniel Bryan. I'm going to get into it. Okay, so this is a gauntlet match. Mr. McMahon's like, I'm going to give you guys one last opportunity. If Big E and Xavier Woods can beat every tag team in this gauntlet match, Kofi Kingston will get an opportunity at WrestleMania against Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship, and it did happen. New Day ended up beating The Club, I'll get into the Usos, The Bar, Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev, and Daniel Bryan and Xavier Woods. What the Usos did, they're like, we have a ton of... They even got a microphone. New Day was down. They're like, we're not going to face you guys. They said, we're not going to face you guys. We're done. They just left. They forfeited, which was absolutely crazy. They had to think of the word for a second. But yes, the Usos forfeited. So then... New Day doesn't have to face them, and they only had to go up against one more team, which was Eric Rowan and Daniel Bryan. The ending was absolutely crazy. Big E flipped the table over Eric Rowan, if you guys could see him under the table, and then he got a count-out victory against Eric Rowan because Eric Rowan was the legal man. He got counted out, which was very awesome. And then the New Day ended up winning for Kofi Kingston. And yeah, that's going to be the match here at WrestleMania. Kofi Kingston against Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship. And I cannot freaking wait. Okay, guys, now it's time to rate both the shows. Raw this week, I would give a solid 6.5 out of 10. Thought it had some pretty good parts. Thought it had some weak parts that weren't necessary in the show. But yes, now to SmackDown, I'm going to have to give it a solid 9 out of 10. No, yeah, I wasn't really a big fan of the Kurt Angle moment, so I'm going to give this show a solid 9 out of 10. Some great moments. Charlotte winning. You got the New Day beating all these tag teams right here, except the Usos. Usos forfeited, which was very cool. I have a lot of respect for the Usos now. And then Kofi Kingston getting his opportunity. Absolutely crazy, man. I freaking love SmackDown. Raw also is pretty decent this week. I'm going to give Raw again a 6 out of 10, and then SmackDown a solid 9 out of 10 because of the Kurt Angle moment. Very disappointing. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought about the shows and what you thought about the new series. Expect these. I'll try to do them every Wednesday. If not Wednesday, no, if not, if I don't upload one on Wednesday, I'll make sure to get it up on Thursday. This has been the Week in Review setup. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. BrettO Live out.